let's start signal flow graph, which is the second part of the second unit. So signal flow graph is the graphical representation of any system, whereas coming into the block diagram, it was a coming to block diagram, it was a pictorial representation. Pictorial in the sense we make use of rectangular boxes and we'll indicate the open loop gain of the system in that open rectangular boxes, and we call it as a total system representation in terms of blocks, which is called as a pictorial representation. Coming to SFG, that is signal flow graph, it is a graphical representation. So this is the graphical representation and that was the pictorial representation. So in block diagram, we had forward path gain, I mean open loop gain, closed loop gain, for feedback gains, so summing points, all these were there. But coming to SFG, we will also have some points like nodes, branches, transmittance, input node, something like this will be there. So now we are going to learn about the key terms that are used in the signal flow graph. First one, node. For suppose this is a one forward path gain, assume that this is 1 and this is 2. These particular dots, whatever I have drawn here, are called the nodes. So a node is a point representing a variable or a signal. Here the variable is 1, here the variable is 2. These may be the variables or these may be the signals in some cases also. So that is what node means. A node is a point representing a variable or signal. And branch. A branch is a directed line segment joining two nodes. The arrow on the branch indicates the direction of the signal flow graph. For suppose I have two nodes like this. Let this be node A and let this be node B. So I have drawn a line segment in between or joining these two nodes A and B. I have indicated the direction like this. So a branch is nothing but this particular line, whatever we are drawing, that is called a branch, and the arrow on the branch indicates the direction of signal flow, means the signal is moving from A to B. So that is what branch means. Transmittance, or you can call it as a gain also. So the gain acquired by signal when it is traveling from one node to another node, its value can be real or complex. That is, again assume two nodes, and in between two nodes we have a branch, and the direction of the branch is showing something like this. So how much amount of gain is present between these two nodes means here the representation of the gain will be there. For suppose if this is the case, here the branch is carrying a gain of G. So this is the gain of the bar, and the value of G can be a complex one or it can be a real value. It depends upon the system. Input node. By the name itself, it is very clear that it is a node that has only outgoing branches. For suppose this is a node, we have A, and we have n number of branches connected to this like the like as shown, and all the branches whatever are connected to this particular A are outgoing branches. As these are all outgoing branches, we call it as an input node, or sometimes we call the same as source as well. So next what we have is output node. It is quite opposite to that of the input node. Only this particular node, whatever will be there, that will be having all incoming branches. So this is called sink or output node. So it depends upon the terminology what we are using. So another node is there, that is mixed node. For suppose we have a system like this, A, B, C. So the signal is flowing like this, and here B is called a mixed node. B is called a mixed node because here if you observe, A is an input node because all the branches are outgoing from it. C is an output node because all the branches are incoming to it. Whereas whereas coming to B, it has the combination of incoming branch as well as outgoing branch. So that is why we call it as a mixed node. Another important term is path. A path is a trace or a transversal of connected branches in the direction of arrow. The path should not cross a node more than once. So for suppose we have something like this, A, B, C, and this from here to here, whatever the distance is there, we call this as a path, and this forms a open loop path. Coming to closed loop path, for suppose like this, wherever it has started, if that ends at that same particular place, then we call it as a closed loop path. This is the open loop, this is the closed loop, because it has ended at the same place where it has started. So forward path is nothing but, for suppose I have a system like this, A B C, something like this, A B C D E. This is the input node A, and E is the output node. So path started from input and ended at output is called a forward path. For suppose here, if you observe, assume another case like something like this is there. So here let this be gain 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so here if you see, there are two routes or paths, there are two paths by which I can reach output from input. That is, if I travel like this from A to B, B to C, C to D, E to D to E, this way also I can reach the output node E. Also, if I travel like A to B, B to C like this, and C to D, D to E, in this case also I am able to reach the output. So this is nothing but forward path. I mean, the distance or the number of possibilities that a path can reach from input node to output node is called as a forward path, and it should not touch the node not more than once. It can only touch one time. Forward path gain. So whatever the gains we are coming across while moving across this particular forward path, that will be the forward path gain. And individual loop gain, for suppose this is the system we have, A B C D, and here one we have, and here one feedback we have. Let this be minus h, this be minus h1. So here if you see, this is one individual loop, because it is starting here and it is moving like this, and it is ending again the place where it has started. So this is one individual loop, and similarly this is also another individual loop. So the gains of this particular individual loops can be called as loop gain, product of gains present in the loop. That is, for suppose here if it was g1, then the loop gain will be minus h into g1. Here if it is of g2, then its loop gain would be minus h1 into g2. These are called individual loops and their respective gains. One more thing is that what are non-touching loops. So here if you see, this particular loop and this particular loop has no common node. There is no common node for these two loops, L1 and L2. So these I can call them as non-touching loop. For similarly, if you observe another case like this is one loop and this is another loop, let this be having minus h1 as feedback gain, and this is minus h2, here g1, here g2. So here if you observe, whatever this loop is there, the loop is connected to AB and its gain is equals to g1, and another loop which is connected to ABC, which has a gain of AB loop has gain of g1 into h1, minus g1 into h1, and this has gain of minus g2 into h2. But here if you see, AB and AB are common here, so these two loops cannot form a non-touching loops. These are not non-touching loops because they are touching each other. Non-touching loops means they should not touch each other as in this particular case. So let us see some rules for solving a signal flow graph. First one, for suppose we have something like this. This is A, let this be x1 and let this be x2. So the output x2 can be written as product of gain and the input node x1. Similarly, if we have something like this is x1 x2 and here the gain carrying is a1 and a2, let this be node x3. So here x3 would be equals to x1 into a plus x2 into a2, x1 into a1 plus x2 into a2. And rule number 3, we have, for suppose we have some 3 nodes like a b c, and each has a gain of for better understanding I will name this as x1 x2 because I have taken x1 x2 in the earlier case. So this be x1 x2 x3 and the gains be a b. So I can write this particular, I can represent the same signal flow graph like this also, that is taking one input node and one output node, so x1 x3, and in between I will write the gain as AB. For suppose if you have any doubt, just as I said, this particular these two graphs represent the same thing. How they are representing the same thing, let us see now. So x3 is nothing but product of gains into input node, that is AB x1. Here also if you see, x3 is equals to product of gain, that is AB into x1. So here also output is same, here also output is same. We already know that if output is equals to that of the earlier case, then we can design the system in any convenient way as per our requirement. So this is the rule number 3. And coming to rule number 4, we have two parallel signal flow graphs as like this. So this be x1 x2 a b. In block diagrams, whenever two blocks are in parallel, we would have just represented with a single block diagram and we write the gain as a plus b. So same thing follows here. So for clarification or for proof purpose, let us see. So here x2 is equals to x1 into a, also x2 is equals to x1 b. So from this x2 is equals to x1 of a plus b. Here also if you see, x2 is equals to x1 into a plus b, which is equals to x1a plus x1b. So you can see both the cases are equal to each other. So fifth rule, we have 3 nodes as like this, and actually 4 nodes, x1 x2 x3 x4. So this has a gain of a, this has the gain of b, and here let it be c. So same can be represented as something like this. These also represent the same system. This is x1, this is x2. Instead of gain a here, now we write AC. Instead of b here, we write BC, and this will be the x4 node. So for proof purpose, let us see, x3 was equals to a into x1 plus b into x2. x4 was equals to x3 into c. Now we just substitute the value of x3 in this particular case. So x4 is equals to c multiplied with a x1 plus b x2. So we have x4 is equals to ac x1 plus bc x2. Similarly, if you do here, x4 is equals to ac x1 plus bc x2. The same thing we have got here. So this is the rule number 5 we had. So coming to rule number 6, what we have in rule number 6 in the sense, it is just like elimination of feedback paths in the block diagram. Let us see what is that. X1, X2, X3, and it has one feedback loop. So this is carrying the gain of C. So this can be represented as like this, that is A. Instead of writing B here, what I will use is 1 by 1 plus GH, G by 1 plus or minus GS, depending upon the type of feedback we are giving. If it is positive feedback, minus; negative feedback, plus GH. So the same thing here. For suppose we are assuming it as plus C, so we need to write 1 minus GH. So here G is nothing but B, so B upon 1 minus B into H. H is nothing but C. Why minus? Because it is a plus feedback, I mean positive feedback. So this is also the same thing. So with this we have completed the rules to draw or to solve any signal flow graph. Let us see Mason's gain formula, which is very important in order to find the transfer function of any signal flow graph that is given to us. So Mason's gain formula is given by a scientist called Mason. So according to him, what it states is, so R of S is nothing but an input signal and C of S is nothing but output signal. So we already know the transfer function is nothing but C of S upon R of S, which is nothing but Laplace of output to that of the input with zero initial conditions. So coming to the Mason's gain formula, the overall gain or the transfer function is given as 1 upon delta summation k, and it is multiplied with pk del k, where T is nothing but transfer function of the system, pk is nothing but forward path gain of kth forward path. You will understand all these terms when you will solve one problem. I'll explain the problem. With this you will understand the concept or the terms involved in this particular thing. So delta is nothing but 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of two non-touching loop gains. We already know what are individual loops and non-touching loops. So depending upon the number of non-touching loops available in the system, this formula goes on extends. So sum of two non-touching loops plus sum of three non-touching loops, and delta k. Here we have delta k. So delta k is equals to 1 minus, this is very important, the delta k is equals to 1 minus loop gain which are non-touching to kth forward gain. What is this kth forward gain and clarity? You will be getting in the numerical when we solve them.